am curious on how the track's going to work out because there's a lot of 90s, and it zigzags a lot. And from what I understand from press day, they were getting around a minute lap time, which for here, we're usually low 50s, even into the high 40s sometimes, 48, 49. So this will be a longer Oakland. So if you take the soil being a little drier, longer lap time, it should hold up better than it normally does at this track. So I'm curious of how the guys will respond to a different style of Oakland. You come into the race, you kind of have an idea of what this place is. It's different for here.
Will be as ready.
Not as much. I think you'll still get the corner ruts, but I think the jump faces will stay firm. Where normally in the past, in between rhythms, I've done track reports here where they're landing in ruts and jumping off ruts, and I don't think we'll see that as much, especially because the jumps are smaller too. So this will be a different Oakland as far as the track is concerned.
Yeah, the other thing is I don't think you're going to see that fog and mist come rolling in the same way at night as we get here a lot because it's such drier air right now. You know,
normally the moisture it'll kind of dampen everything at night, so being a little drier
will be different.
Yeah, it's going to look a lot different, I think, than normal.
Kehoe is even talking about how the truck drivers, when they get here, they want to close the awnings up as quick as they can in the afternoon because you get so much moisture on the awnings that when they leave here and they unravel them, you know, a week later, wherever they go to, like moldy and all that. Yeah. So they were talking about it here that the way it's going today, they feel like we might be able to keep it down. So everybody thinks about it. It impacts a lot of parts of the event that you don't think about.
I talked to Ian Harrison, and Ian, I asked him, I started off with that I would like to talk about Cooper Webb and how I feel like they have to win. And I said, hey, what were the splits and the whoops last week? You know, do you have comparisons? And is that the only place at the track where Cooper is losing time? And he felt like, yeah, he didn't give me the answer if they had splits, but I think that they did. He said they improved on the bike, and he said that the whoops are just kind of like a confidence thing for him, and how, you know, there was a couple runs where he went into them really fast, did well, but then if it kicked them or whatever, then he, you know, it's like a little kid. He just loses his confidence. So Ian told us that they feel like, yes, they need to come out and win and have a good night, or the championship is going to get a little too far out of reach.
So Cooper's seeing the other side of Roger. Yeah. The Roger that when things aren't going all.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it just, they probably, yeah, that's what he said. I don't want to speculate on what I think is happening, but knowing Roger, yeah, probably Roger's like, dude, it's now or never, because he's getting too far behind.
Do you think Cooper's riding below his high?
I don't know.
Or is Roxon and Tomac elevated this year? I'm trying to figure out, did Cooper go down, or did they go up, or is it both?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell, too, because the first 2 weeks he was really sick, so we all assumed, well, he's sick, right?
I mean, you know, I just break it down. I just think that he's losing so much time in the whoops. That's what I believe. Now, we're going to find out tonight. It's a true test. He should be really good at this track where the lanes are really small, where you take your time. Slower is faster tonight. The lanes are super short, and yeah, he can just kind of cruise the lower part of the corners and do really well. So either or, this is what I want to base my story on tonight. And I told Rich this. I mean, we just, after last weekend, Ken has made himself the guy to beat early, you know, at this stage. And we got to start thinking about, what's up with the defending champ? I mean, he's got to make a move tonight. He just does.
I think we should do that in our opening stand-up before the 450 heat. Set that table on Cooper, and then that gives us the storyline to follow through the night.
Oh, I was talking to Ollie Stone, Austin's mechanic. Did you speak to Austin at all today? And, you know, I said obviously slightly random results there, kind of winning or where are you kind of thing. And he said, yeah, Austin was in kind of the mindset at the beginning of the year that it's like, let's manage this, you know, the whole let's manage qualifying and all that. And he said, that's not, you know, we can't do that. And I was like, is that you talking or him? He's like, well, that's my opinion, but I know he's very vocal with Austin, isn't he? They talk and he tells him what's up. And he's like, yeah, it's like not when we're this many points down. It's like, go for it. And I was like, well, what if what happens, happens. And he's like, it's a tough one to manage. He's like, all you can say is be safe, but you got to push. So I think they're in the mindset that there's, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe Austin had slightly, I guess, overcompensated for that and a little bit like, oh, I don't have to be the winning guy, but now he does, right? Because now he's got a points deficit.
I talked to Austin, and
Oh, you did?
He said, you know, he wants to win here and pull within the points and win next week and have the points lead before they're done. Yeah. And I followed up. I said, that's what it's all about. You're not trying to get a place. I'm down. I have to win.